Alright guys, what's going on? We're here. This is going to be episode 2 of our Detroit Tigers franchise rebuild. This is actually the third time I have to record this today. Some problems with the actual recording issues and then other things. But anyways, fortunately I forgot to save it a couple of times. I tried to record it, so we're still here just before year one. Unfortunately, I made a lot of changes and I did end up playing or simming through the year. We were pretty good, but here we are. Um, so we're going to be pretty much just working with what we got. We're going to be starting, well, you guys wouldn't have seen what happened, but for me, it's starting over. So we're going to go, and pretty much what's going to happen is the only thing that we've really done so far is dump money. Um, we dumped the contract of Miguel Cabrera, and we dumped the contract of Jordan Zimmerman. Um, Now, if we look at the budget, we're in the positive. The only thing is we have Shin-Soo Choo on an $18.5 million deal. But as you see, it's a 1 year deal, or it's the last year of his deal. It was a longer deal he's had with the Rangers, but this is the last year of it. So it's expiring. But at the same time, when I was playing it earlier, he does retire. I don't know if he's going to again. He did when I made it through it, but either way, it doesn't matter because it's money that comes off the book. Um, Couple of contracts that we're probably going to try to dump because they're just not worth it. We got guys like Jordy Mercer making $5 million, but at the same time, even if we sim a year, all these guys are gone. There's only one person on the book next year, and that's Jake Rogers. After that, everybody is gone. Oh, sorry, Franklin Perez is still around, but when it comes to it, we'll be renewing contracts, we'll be giving contract extensions. We're going to be making trades for guys with longer deals, hopefully. If not, we'll be extending them or, evaluating it at the end of the year. And if they're in free agency, then we'll try to re-sign them. We'll see how it goes. So for right now, my biggest thing is trying to, again, get better. That's the whole point of this series. So actually, I do want to go back to budget. Like I said, there's all these guys making millions of dollars that don't deserve it. Maybe they deserved it when they signed the deal, but when you're Jordy Mercer and you're 33 years old, not even a 70 overall, making $5 million, there's something I learned from the Orioles rebuild. We have to be aggressive out of the gate. And so I can't sit back and lose a year on these guys when I can try to trade them and, get younger pieces, get better pieces. I'd say maybe these guys are, I don't know. We'll see. But Shin-Soo Choo, depending on if we can find a deal for him, we might move on. I don't know. We'll see. Um, I wouldn't really say anybody's safe. This is one of those teams where if you can trade a piece to get a piece to help you win now, because your GM contract that you're on is a 3 year deal. So if you can't really get that contract goal within 3 years, you know, that's they're not gonna offer you, as we saw when I tried with the Baltimore Orioles. We didn't reach the contract goal, so you know I didn't get fired, but they didn't bring me back. So we have to be aggressive. I was looking through, when you go to the roster, oh, GM goals. Here we go, perfect. So these are pretty much goals we want to try to hit. So a yearly goal, we want to finish over 500. By the end of that third year, we want to reach the postseason. Even if we reach the wild card, that's the postseason. Um, these are, and then you have over to the right your team performance goals, your postseason goals, game goals, league leader goals, and so on and so on. And there's plenty of different things, and there's all these opportunities to do it. So we need to make sure that we're getting into it as fast as possible. So right now, I'm gonna make trades. We only made those couple of trades to dump the money. This is where we really get into it. Um, Actually, I won't make any trades yet. We are going to, let's see, let's look at a trade block. We're really looking, can we just select all of these? Okay, we can only select 5. So I would say relief, let's do second base, third base, and let's just put center field. Everybody, you know, I'd be willing to put anybody out there really. I'll put everybody on the trade block. I don't think I'm going to do it this way, but I have to kind of look through and see what I'm willing to move on from, and we'll go from there. But other than that, I am going, let's see, oh, sponsorships. This is another great way to make money. I mean, there's some that are literally, I think I have one that's, 15,000 per game. That's $15,000 that goes into your bank account. You play 162 games. It's not a lot, but it helps. 2,000 per hit is huge. And then if we can do like, I don't think we're gonna hit a lot of home runs, but 10. I'm gonna put this on there. We'll see where we're at. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna sim to draft day, and then I'm gonna reevaluate the team from there. So I'm gonna sim to this, and I'll see you guys there. All right, so here we are. We're at the draft. We're 23 and 37. We're not amazing. Let's take a look at pitching wise. Matthew Boyd is 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 2 and 4, 4 and 5, 4 and 5. So, records aren't horrible, but you look at the rest, and the only guy with a sub 5 is Michael Fulmer, and he's cold. So we really need to be able to go in and make moves to get better because, all right, let's look at Joe Jimenez. He has 1 blown save. He has 14 saves out of our, 23 wins? We're 23 and 37. So we need to get better, and this is now where I'm going to go in. I'm going to try to make trades. I've realized that trying to build a trade with this team is not very easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and trade find for possible, low-key role players that we can bring in, low to mid 80s, high 70s. If we can, getting a 90 overall is very tough, but we need to get pieces, and just if we can take those and trade up, it just makes the whole experience easier. And we know we have a short amount of time, as we're already almost halfway through our first year, and we only have 3 years. So like I said, I'm going to go make some trades. I'll skip right to it once we have one, or if we have one. I'm hoping we can find something. I'm going to be primarily focusing on the bullpen right now, and then once that is kind of fixed, then we'll move on to trying to fix the defense and our offense. So like I said, when I have a trade, I'll skip to it and I'll let you guys know. All right, so we have a trade. We're going to be bringing in Matt Barnes, 29 years old, 82 overall. He's got that B potential, so, we might get a little better, but, we'll be able to. I think he's actually also on a 1-year. Oh, I should have checked because it's probably going to be a different deal now. But let's look at his contract. So, yeah, he's a free agent after this year. So, even if we didn't want to bring him back, we don't have to. But, so let's go back into this. Oh, it's the same, except the catcher. But, so we are going to be bringing him in. None of these guys are starting for us or playing, probably. So this is a useful trade for us. We're picking up a little bit of money, but at the end of the year, like I said, that money dumps anyway because this is the expiring contract. So, that money will reopen up. So, Matt Barnes, welcome to the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to go continue to make some trades. I'll see you when we have another one. All right, so we've got another deal. We're going to be bringing in Tommy Canley this time. He's another one that's expiring at the end of the year. He's an 84 B potential. He's 30, so he'll degress a little. He'll degress a little slower. We might be able to bring him back on another year or two after this. We'll see. But as far as we know, we're bringing him in for this year to help out that bullpen with where we're at already. Again, picking up money, but again, expiring. So, Tommy Canley, welcome to the Detroit Tigers. So already we've picked up Matt Barnes and Tommy Canley, and that makes us better. The overalls will jump up as the season goes on. I don't know why they go down. I don't know if it's like a morality thing. But again, I'm going to continue to look for a couple more bullpen pieces. Another thing we can check is free agency. If we look at, but everybody's kind of like a lower kind of overall, so I don't think I'm going to go for anything. Maybe one of them, I'm not entirely sure, but what we are going to do is continue to make trades. I'm going to look for bullpen pieces. If I have a trade, I'll see you guys when we have that deal in place. All right, so we have another deal in place. We're going to be trading for Will Harris. He's 35. He's at an 86 overall, the B potential. So again, that potential kind of, as much as it helps you progress, it also matters when you're degressing. So he might degress hopefully a little slower. If not, we can trade him, a year or two later because not unfortunately, but he does have another 2 remaining years after this deal. So fortunately enough, if as long as that service time, or not service time, as long as that overall stays up, then we should be okay, and hopefully we can kind of keep him in the bullpen as a helpful utility piece. Even a couple years later, he'll still probably be a high 70, which will be somewhat productive. So we are going to trade him for this deal. Again, picking up salary, but if we want to, we can dump it. It might not matter. We might be able to trade him and trade down for value just to get a salary dump, but this is going to be the trade. We're going to be getting rid of Rich Keith, Brandon Dixon, and Edinson Volquez, who probably wasn't going to be in our starting 5 anyway. So, Will Harris, welcome to the Detroit Tigers bullpen. I think I'm going to trade for one more. I think this one's going to be a closer. We're going to try to find a decent closer that we can probably use for the next couple of years. And then when I have one, or when I have a deal in place, you guys will see it, and I'll pretty much skip right to it. All right, so we have a deal in place. We're going to be bringing in Josh Hader, 25, a potential 82 overall, so that means he's just going to get better, and all we have to give up is according to our depth chart, our 6th or 7th starting pitcher, so he wasn't even playing anyway, and our starting right fielder, Jorge Bonifacio, but it's okay because I have Victor Reyes, or Cameron Maben, one of these two. I'm probably going to slide Victor Reyes over to right field so he gets more playing time. Hopefully, with that low age and good potential, he gets it overall up. So we're going to try to slide him over and then bring in Josh Hader. So, Josh Hader, welcome to the Detroit Tigers bullpen. That immediately makes this 10 times better. Oh, wait, what am I doing? So, there we go. Now we have, well, oh wait, he's a closer. Josh Hader. So, we can try to trade guys like Joe Jimenez, who hasn't been great. So I'm going to find him, and if I find, I'm going to try to put a deal together to make a pretty big move here for probably like another starter. And then if I find something, I'll let you guys know. All right, so we're going to be trading for Luis Castillo, 27, a potential 88 overall. He's immediately probably going to become our ace here. We're going to be trading away one of our young prospects. We're going to be trading away Tariq Skubal and Matt Manning, 2 A potential prospects. But again, we know that we want to try to do this as fast as possible. We have that contract goal, so we can't really wait around for these guys to hit that probably 80 overall by the time they're 30. So I mean, they could probably progress faster than that. This game's weird. Sometimes they progress faster than they would in another simulation. But we want to get better right now, so we are going to be trading these two for Luis Castillo, which is an amazing trade in my opinion. So he's now going to be a Tiger. I'm going to continue to make some trades, and then I think I'm going to try to make 1 or 2 more, at least for a starter, because we got Castillo, Boyd. I'm probably going to call him up for the rest of the year. We'll have Norris and then Godley, or maybe Turnbull. Well, we have Turnbull. I'm going to try to see what I'm going to put one more deal together and then see where I get. So I'll see you guys when I have another starter deal. All right, so we have another deal. We're going to be trading Casey Mize, Joe Jimenez, and Austin Romine to the Indians in return for Mike Clevenger. Actually, can I get Shane? No. Okay. We're going to get Mike Clevenger. He's pretty good so far this year. He's 8-4. Just above a 3 RA. He's got the 5-pitch mix. Pretty fast on the 4-seamer. Does he have? No, he doesn't. Okay. But another one where we're picking up a little bit of money, I think. No, we're actually dumping money, but at the same time, his contract is also expiring, but we probably will bring an arm like this back. He's 29, but he's an 88 with that B potential. So again, he's going to digress slower. So hopefully he's someone we can bring back. So we're going to put this through. All right. So if we go to our pitching rotation, I think we're 10 times better than we just were. So Mike Clevenger is not a closer. He is a starter. Matthew Boyd is going to slide in. Josh Hader needs to slide to the bullpen. Castillo needs to slide over. Wow, I did not know there were all these other... All right. Josh Hader is probably going to slide into that closer spot. Nova can just kind of fill in a spot here, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we've got those three. We've got these two starters. We brought in Will Harris. Is there a way to like take him out of the bullpen and kind of just have him sit? But all right, no. So we brought in Will Harris, brought in Tommy Canley, brought in Matt Barnes, brought in Josh Hader. I don't know why their overalls are showing up as different because they were higher when we traded. I think those go back up eventually. But a nice bullpen, a little bit better starters. I want to go look at our roster. Starting pitchers. So we got Clevenger, Castillo, Boyd. I think we're gonna send these guys down. So we're gonna just move them down. I don't really care about using their options because then we're gonna call these two up. Okay, we need to add to the 40-man. The Tigers have a full 40-man, so then we're gonna take Nova off the 40-man. And we're gonna take, where'd he go? What's his name go? Where did oh, we traded Volquez. Alright, Alright, there's no reason for this guy to be on the 40-man. So we're gonna remove him. And then we're gonna add these two to the add these two to the 40-man and then call these two guys up to the MLB. There's our 5-man rotation. So Clevenger, Castillo, Boyd, Chiang, and Godley. So that should be our starting 5. Yep. Immediately better. Works for me. These two have yet to pitch. Boyd struggling. Castillo hopefully can step it up. He's got a struggling record, but he was with the Reds, who aren't the greatest team yet. And then Clevenger with the ace spot. Hopefully he can handle being that ace. The roster lineup situation now. Shoot. Jake Rogers is gonna slide in at catcher. And then what other position? 1, 3, 2. We're missing a shortstop. Why are we missing? No, we have Nico Goodrum's there. This is what. Oh, we're just missing a DH. We'll just slide Jordy Mercer in as a DH, I guess. But Jake Rogers is going to be our catcher for now. I don't know. I don't think it really matters with. That's fine. That's fine. Jake Rogers is going to be that guy that steps in at the catcher position. All right, so I think we've made pretty good moves. The next thing we're going to do is coaches. I think everyone's got to go. I mean, we can't be having coaches like this. So I'm going to go try to hire some coaches. And then when I'm done with that, you guys will see who we brought in. All right, so coaches are taken care of. We got better coaches. I found coaches with, I tried to get at least 3 positive attributes. A couple of them I got lucky that had all 4 that were positive. So we're going to roll with these. Hopefully those little stats also improve our lineup. And I'm just going to continue to sim. I do believe we're probably going to have the number 1 pick. That's just my assumption. So we're going to sim to the draft. We're at the draft. We do have the number 1 pick. So we're going to make this pick quick. This kid's 18. We're probably just going to take him and then let the computer sim the rest. So I'm just going to draft this kid. And now we're going to auto draft. I usually don't try to take care of this. So now we're going to sign our draft picks. It looks like we did pretty well in the draft, actually. So we're going to sign most of these guys, not all of them. The 2 at the bottom, we will not be signing. I usually try to stay above that 75 potential. Sometimes, depending on where they're at, like if... I'm not going to sign this kid. These I'm not going to sign. I don't know why I signed him. I really don't. Alright, well, because I signed him and I didn't really pay attention to the overall, I'll sign this kid too. They're all 1-year deals. Screw it. I might as well just sign them to a 1 year. They're going to expire at the end of the season. So all those kids are signed. Now we're going to sim to the All-Star break. I'll see you when we get there. All right, so here we are. We're at the trade deadline, or not the trade deadline, the All-Star break. We're 40 and 56. How are we doing? We're at the we're tied for last with the Royals. We're probably not gonna make the playoffs. Let's be real. Wild card wise, we're not the worst team. We're a little better than some of the worst teams. Remember we have 40 wins, so we got about 4 or 5 teams below us, or about 4 teams below us, tied with a couple, about 3 or 4 other teams with the same record. Like I said, I don't see us making the playoffs this year. So this is going to be another one of those kind of just get better kind of years. Let's see how that pitching rotation is doing. Mike Clevenger's 12 and 5, Castillo's 5 and 8, so he's still struggling. Matthew Boyd's 7 and 9. This kid's 1 and 4. This dude's 3 and 3. So I think we're gonna try to make some trades. How's the bullpen doing? Canley's 0 and 1, but that low ERA, that's okay. Hader is wow, a 7.36. Yeah, this team needs to get better. I think 1.78 ERA, a 0 ERA. Wow, Josh Hader though with a 7. I don't think he's that bad. I think what's only 30 innings. I don't know. That's really crazy. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna give him a little more time because I know he can get better. I've seen him progress crazy in other simulations. I think we're actually gonna move him to the closer, give him a little less, try to finish out games and, get that ERA down. Hopefully Will Harris can hold up with a higher overall. And yeah, let's see. We're gonna move Buck Farmer to late relief just because he has that a little bit higher stamina. Okay, so I'm gonna go make some trades. Let's see. Actually, I want to see. I mean, this lineup needs to get better. This lineup's horrible, but I think we're gonna attack that in free agency. Right now, we're just trying to rebuild this pitching system. So I'm going to trade and see where I get. These will probably be the last couple trades of the video. And then, so when these are done, I'll see you there. All right, so we have a deal. I'm going to make this deal with the White Sox. We're losing this starting pitcher in favor of a relief pitcher, but he's a 74 with B potential. He's 28, so he's got a couple years where he can bring that up to almost maybe an 80 before he starts to degress. But this, again, is another move that's going to make that bullpen better. I kind of looked through these. I didn't really see a starter unless I missed one that could slide in right away. Actually, hold on. No, okay. So yeah, there was nothing really here that, blew me away. Actually, we're going to make this deal. Grant Dayton, Felix Hernandez, starter that can slide in, a relief pitcher, again, that can also slide into the bullpen. He's a higher overall than most of the guys in that bullpen, so we're going to make this trade. Picking up a little bit of salary, but again, okay. So Felix Hernandez is going to be on the Tigers. How's he doing this year? He's 7 and 5 in 17 games. 75 plus 70 is 145. All right, so he's 7 and 5, 17 games. He's got that 4.8 ERA. Hopefully he can bring that down. He is going to be one of our good starters. Let's see. Where are we going to put? Where did it put? Okay, so he's Felix Hernandez. Boom. So Zach Godley we can actually move up. And then Castillo's been struggling still, so we're going to see where we can put him. Grant Dayton is there now. Okay. So we're getting better. We're getting better. One more trade. I'm going to just explore Castillo, see where we can get, because young gun, a potential high overall, this could be, useful. I'm going to try to actually find a trade, and I'll see you when I have something together. All right, so actually, you know what? We're just going to roll with Luis Castillo. We're going to sim to the trade deadline and then pretty much just sim the rest of the year, and I'll see you guys probably. I don't think I'm going to stop. I think I'm going to just go right to the end of the year. If anything important kind of comes up, I'll stop and talk, but other than that, I'm going to go right to the end of the year. All right, so we're at the end of the year. We finished 72 and 90, which is pretty good for what I thought we would do. This is actually better than what I was talking about when I said earlier that I I had to re-record this, but I mean, in this division, it's gonna be tough. I mean, the Twins took off 108 games, the Indians at 82. So I mean, we've got plenty of work to do just to catch up to the Indians. I mean, it's 10 games, but it's still a lot of work. But then to catch up to these guys, it's gonna be very tough. I mean, if we can make it in as a wild card, but the goal, of course, of this series is to win the World Series. Of this series is to win the World Series. But they just had great records and a great team, and there's nothing we can do about that. So we are here at the end of the year. Um, Bank balance of 41 million, and that is going to skyrocket because these contracts are going to expire. Um, I did the contract extensions, so you guys won't see that. I mean, obviously, there's a bunch of work that needs to be done, team-wise. Um, if the contract extend, okay, so no, they're not there. So we're done. Our year is over. We're gonna sim to the off season. Let's see who wins the World Series. And the Twins. Okay, so they were a very deserving team. Let's advance to the off season. Your contracts with your Tigers have ended. You will need to re-sign these coaches. Oh yeah, because I signed all 1 years. Hopefully being able to find better coaches. Let's see. View retired players. Okay, so he didn't retire. Wow. Chris Davis did. But yeah, Shin-Soo Choo didn't. He's just gonna get worse though. Oh, Hap retired. Damn. Okay. So that's it. No players inducted. Happens all the time. All right. So who are our free agent? All right. So these are guys that I didn't bring back. I don't look to bring back. The only one I really want to try to is him. We're gonna make him an offer. He's looking for 9 mil. The qualifying offer is 18, and I don't want that big of a deal. Will he take 27? You know what? We might be able to lowball the hell out of him because I don't think a team's gonna offer him anything. I don't know. I don't want to like crazy lowball because he's money that we can trade, and with the big contracts in the MLB now, let's just bring him up to 9. So let's do 3 years, 27. Let's make him that offer. He'll probably take it. The rest of these guys are gonna. I'll give Felix a 1 year, but I honestly, no. These guys are all gonna walk. Jonathan Scope's probably the only one I was interested. These are all DC potentials and old guys, so they're not going to be helpful to this rebuild. So, other than that, those guys are going to walk. I've extended everybody else. I'm just going to... So, let's sim to free agency 1. We don't want to stop simulating. All right, so... Let's see, we have arbitration. 3 guys. Sure, I guess that's all set. Let's look in free agency. We're not going to obviously do this. This will be, I'll save all this for the next episode, but plenty of options. Mookie Betts, LeMahieu, Ramuto, Kluber, Doolittle, Trevor Bauer, Kirby Yates, Springer, Santana, Semien, Turner, Simmons, Brantley, Marte. Plenty of guys that we can bring around and hopefully help bring a title to Detroit. But like I said, we're not going to be doing this right now. This is going to be the end of the episode. I just want to thank everybody for showing their support on these videos so far. It's meant a lot. It shows that you guys do want to see these. So I am going to cut this off here, and then I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.